We know that maintaining physical distancing is simply not possible with the size of crowds that come through High Park every year to see the blossoms. For this reason, the City has made the difficult decision, based entirely on the advice of our public health professionals, to close the park for the duration of the bloom period for the health and safety of residents and park visitors. Just one more sacrifice that our community is making to defeat this virus. To encourage residents to stay home and stay safe, the City is working on a virtual walkthrough of the blossoming trees in High Park, which would be made available on a variety of different platforms. People will be able to experience this year's cherry blossom season in High Park through multiple live stream events and videos. More details will be announced soon, but we want people to be aware of the closure of the park now, well ahead of time. It is absolutely essential that we do not have large crowd scenes at High Park, crowd scenes which could lead to the spread of the COVID-19 virus and undo the good work that we collectively have done over these past few weeks. The closure of High Park will apply only during the cherry blossom pre-bloom and peak bloom time periods. High Park has already been closed to vehicular traffic for several weeks, and that will continue throughout the duration of the pandemic. This closure is not Toronto's alone. It follows on similar cherry blossom crowd control responses that have been implemented in Japan itself, in Korea, in Europe, and in Washington, D.C. Toronto is not alone in taking these measures, and it is for the same reason as in all of those other places, stopping the spread of the COVID-19 virus. So you know, as our officials prepared this plan, I asked whether a partial closure of High Park would be possible. There was much discussion of this by City staff, but it was determined that it wouldn't be feasible or practical and would likely further encourage people to gather in different parts of the park to catch a glimpse of the blossoms. This need to do this, and thus avoid what we know to be an annual crowd scene, is based on professional advice of our Medical Officer of Health, along with park staff, bylaw officials, and Toronto Police, who were closely consulted in the context of how best to achieve this goal.